your worth doesn't come from external sources. It begins with what you choose to believe about yourself. The world may try to define your value based on your appearance, your achievements, or the opinions of others, but none of those things can hold weight unless you allow them to. Belief is the foundation of everything. When you believe in yourself, you unlock the ability to take actions that align with that belief. Think about it. Every person you admire, every success story you've heard, started with someone daring to believe they were capable of more. Belief is what drives you to get up when life knocks you down. It's what pushes you to take risks even when the odds aren't in your favor. And most importantly, it's what gives you the strength to keep going when no one else sees your potential. But here's the challenge. Too many of us let our beliefs be shaped by our past failures, by negative experiences, or by the judgment of others. When you internalize those voices, they start to sound like your own. That's why it's critical to take control of your inner narrative. What are you telling yourself about who you are and what you're capable of? Your belief system sets the limits of your life. If you believe you're not good enough, you'll sabotage yourself before you even begin. If you believe success is meant for someone else, you'll never take the steps to claim it for yourself. On the flip side, when you truly believe you are worthy, capable, and destined for greatness, you begin to act in ways that reflect that belief. You walk with more confidence, you set higher standards, you approach challenges with resilience, knowing they're just stepping stones on your journey. Belief isn't just a mindset. It's a daily practice. It's choosing to affirm your value, even on the days you feel like you've fallen short. It's recognizing that your worth isn't determined by temporary setbacks or the opinions of others. It's rooted in the undeniable truth that you are enough, just as you are, and that you have the power to grow, evolve, and achieve. Your mindset is the control center of your life. It dictates how you see the world, how you interpret your experiences, and ultimately, how you respond to every situation. Mastering your mindset isn't just about thinking positively. It's about taking full ownership of your thoughts and learning to navigate the challenges of life with clarity and strength. Your thoughts create your reality. What you focus on grows, and the stories you tell yourself shape your actions. If you allow your mind to dwell on fear, doubt, and negativity, you'll find yourself stuck in cycles of frustration and inaction. On the other hand, when you train your mind to focus on opportunities, solutions, and growth, you unlock a level of power and resilience that can transform every area of your life. But here's the thing. Your mind is like a muscle. It requires consistent training to grow stronger. Too many people let their thoughts run on autopilot, reacting to whatever life throws at them without stopping to evaluate whether their response is serving them. Mastering your mindset starts with awareness. You have to become conscious of your inner dialogue, those automatic thoughts that tell you what's possible and what's not. Are those thoughts empowering you, or are they holding you back? It's easy to let your environment dictate your mindset. Negative influences, whether they come from people, social media, or the constant noise of the world, can seep into your mind if you're not vigilant. That's why protecting your mental space is critical. You must learn to filter out what doesn't serve you and replace it with thoughts, beliefs, and habits that align with the life you want to create. Mastering your mindset also means learning to reframe adversity. Challenges and setbacks are inevitable, but the way you perceive them is what makes the difference. Instead of seeing failure as a dead end, see it as feedback, a necessary step on the path to growth. Instead of viewing obstacles as barriers, see them as opportunities to build strength and resilience. This shift doesn't happen overnight, but with practice, you can train your mind to find the lesson in every struggle and the opportunity in every difficulty. And let's not forget the power of gratitude. When you train your mind to focus on what you have rather than what you lack, you create a sense of abundance that shifts your entire perspective. Gratitude doesn't mean ignoring challenges. It means choosing to see the good, even in the midst of struggle. It's a mindset that keeps you grounded and reminds you of the progress you've already made. Ultimately, mastering your mindset is about taking control of the narrative you live by. It's about recognizing that while you can't always control your circumstances, you can control how you interpret and respond to them. This is where true power lies, in the ability to rise above the noise, choose your focus, and take deliberate action toward the life you want to live. Setting boundaries is one of the most empowering acts of self-respect you can practice. It's about recognizing your worth and protecting your energy, time, and emotional well-being. Boundaries are not about shutting others out. They're about creating space for what matters most to you and ensuring that your life aligns with your values and priorities. Too often, we find ourselves saying yes to things that don't serve us out of guilt, obligation, or fear of disappointing others. This constant overcommitment drains your energy and leaves little room for your own growth and happiness. When you neglect to set boundaries, you allow others to dictate your life. And over time, this erodes your sense of self. Setting boundaries starts with clarity. You must first understand what truly matters to you, your goals, your values, and your non-negotiables. What are the things you need to protect in order to thrive? This clarity helps you define the lines that must not be crossed. Whether it's in your personal relationships, your professional life, or even how you spend your free time. Communicating your boundaries is equally important. It can be uncomfortable at first, especially if you're used to putting others' needs ahead of your own. But remember, a boundary unspoken is a boundary unenforced. You have to express your needs clearly and confidently without apology. This doesn't mean being confrontational. It means being honest and firm about what you can and cannot accept. When you set boundaries, you're not just protecting yourself, you're also teaching others how to treat you. People will always treat you based on the standards you set for yourself. If you tolerate disrespect, neglect, or unfair treatment, you're essentially giving others permission to continue. But when you enforce your boundaries, you signal that you value yourself enough to demand respect. Boundaries are not walls. They are guidelines. They don't isolate you from others. They help you build healthier, more authentic connections. By setting clear limits, you allow others to see who you are and what you stand for. You give them a roadmap for engaging with you in ways that are mutually respectful and fulfilling. It's important to remember that boundaries aren't static. They evolve as you grow and as your circumstances change. What may have been acceptable to you at one point in your life might no longer align with who you are now. Regularly reassess your boundaries and don't hesitate to adjust them when necessary. Sometimes, setting boundaries means walking away from situations or people who refuse to respect them. This can be one of the hardest parts of the process because it often involves letting go of relationships or opportunities that no longer serve you. But every time you choose to honor your boundaries, you strengthen your sense of self-worth and pave the way for better things to come. Remember, boundaries are not just about saying no to others. They're also about saying yes to yourself. They give you the freedom to focus on what truly matters, the courage to pursue your goals, and the peace of mind that comes from knowing you're living in alignment with your truth. Setting boundaries is not selfish. It's an essential act of self-love and empowerment. Growth is the foundation of a fulfilling and meaningful life. It's not about reaching a specific destination or achieving perfection. It's about continuously evolving into the best version of yourself. Focusing on growth means committing to lifelong learning, embracing change, and challenging yourself to step beyond what's comfortable or familiar. True growth begins with self-awareness. You have to take an honest look at where you are, what's working, and what's holding you back. This isn't always easy. It requires confronting your fears, acknowledging your weaknesses, and accepting that there's always room for improvement. But it's through this process of self-reflection that you gain clarity on what you need to work on and what steps to take next. Focusing on growth also means adopting a mindset of curiosity and openness. The world is full of opportunities to learn, but you must be willing to seek them out and embrace them, even when they're uncomfortable. Growth often comes disguised as challenges, setbacks, and even failures. These moments test your resilience, stretch your limits, and teach you lessons that success alone never could. It's important to remember that growth isn't linear. There will be times when progress feels slow, when you doubt yourself, or when you feel stuck. These moments are not signs of failure, they're part of the process. Growth requires patience and persistence. It's about showing up every day, taking small, consistent steps towards your goals, and trusting that those steps will add up over time. Surrounding yourself with the right people is another critical aspect of focusing on growth. The individuals you spend the most time with have a profound impact on your mindset, attitude, and aspirations. Seek out people who inspire you, challenge you, and support your journey. Let go of relationships that drain your energy or keep you stagnant. Your growth is too important to be limited by negative influences. Growth also requires you to take risks. Playing it safe might keep you comfortable, but it won't help you expand. Whether it's pursuing a new opportunity, learning a new skill, or stepping into an unfamiliar role, you have to be willing to face uncertainty and embrace the unknown. Risk is where growth lives. It's in those moments of discomfort that you discover just how much you're capable of. Investing in yourself is one of the most powerful ways to focus on growth. This means dedicating time, energy, and resources to activities that enhance your skills, expand your knowledge, and nurture your well-being. Read books, take courses, attend workshops, or find a mentor. Prioritize your physical and mental health, because without them, sustained growth becomes nearly impossible. One of the keys to focusing on growth is celebrating your progress. No matter how small, growth isn't always about big, life-changing transformations. It's often found in the incremental improvements you make every day. Recognize your efforts, acknowledge your wins, and use them as fuel to keep going. Finally, focusing on growth means understanding that it's a deeply personal journey. It's not about competing with others or measuring your progress against someone else's timeline. Your growth is your own, and it's shaped by your unique experiences, challenges, and goals. By staying committed to your path and embracing the process, you'll continue to unlock new levels of potential purpose and fulfillment. Authenticity is the foundation of true confidence and lasting impact. It's about embracing who you are, your strengths, your flaws, your story, and showing up in the world without pretense. When you choose to live authentically, you unlock a level of power and freedom that comes from being true to yourself, no matter the circumstances or the expectations of others. Being authentic doesn't mean being perfect. It means being honest about who you are, what you stand for, and what matters to you. Too often, people hide behind masks, afraid that their imperfections will make them unworthy or unlovable. But the reality is, your authenticity, your unique blend of experiences, beliefs, and personality is what sets you apart. It's what makes you memorable, relatable, and real. Authenticity requires vulnerability. It means being willing to show the parts of yourself that aren't polished or idealized. This can feel risky because it opens you up to judgment and rejection. But it's in this vulnerability that true connection happens. People are drawn to those who are genuine, who aren't afraid to say, "This is who I am." Authenticity inspires trust. And trust is the foundation of meaningful relationships, whether personal or professional. Living authentically also means letting go of the need for external validation. It's easy to fall into the trap of shaping yourself to fit the expectations of others, whether it's family, friends, society, or social media. But the moment you prioritize pleasing others over being true to yourself, you lose sight of who you are. Authenticity is about standing firm in your identity, even if it means being misunderstood or going against the grain. One of the greatest challenges to authenticity is comparison. In a world where everyone's highlights are on display, it's tempting to measure your worth against others. But comparison is the enemy of authenticity. When you compare, you either diminish your own uniqueness or judge others for theirs. Authenticity means recognizing that everyone has their own path and embracing yours fully without envy or judgment. Being authentic also requires courage. It's not always easy to stand up for what you believe in or to live in a way that aligns with your values, especially when it goes against the status quo. But authenticity is where your true power lies. When you live in alignment with your truth, You tap into an inner strength that allows you to face challenges, overcome obstacles, and inspire others simply by being yourself. Authenticity isn't just about how you present yourself to the world, it's also about how you relate to yourself. It means being honest with yourself about your desires, your fears, and your dreams. It means acknowledging your mistakes and taking responsibility for your actions without falling into self-criticism or denial. When you're authentic with yourself, you build a deeper sense of self-trust and self-respect. It's important to understand that authenticity is not a fixed state, it's a practice. It requires constant self-awareness and a willingness to reevaluate and realign. As you grow and evolve, your understanding of yourself may change, and that's okay. Authenticity isn't about staying the same, it's about staying true to who you are in each moment of your journey. When you live authentically, you give others permission to do the same. Your courage to be real creates a ripple effect, inspiring those around you to embrace their own truth. Authenticity is contagious. It breaks down barriers, fosters empathy, and creates spaces where people feel seen, heard, and valued. Ultimately, authenticity is a source of unshakable power. It frees you from the burden of pretending, it strengthens your relationships, and it allows you to live a life that feels true to your soul. Self-love is not a luxury, it's a necessity. It's the foundation upon which a fulfilling and meaningful life is built. Cultivating self-love means recognizing your inherent worth, regardless of your achievements, mistakes, or the opinions of others. It's about treating yourself with the same kindness, compassion, and understanding that you freely give to the people you care about. One of the biggest barriers to self-love is the inner critic, the voice in your head that magnifies your flaws and downplays your strengths. This critic can be relentless, feeding you stories of not being good enough or deserving enough. Cultivating self-love means challenging that voice, questioning its validity, and replacing it with affirmations of your worth. It's a daily practice of choosing to be your own advocate instead of your harshest judge. Self-love also involves setting boundaries. It means recognizing when people, situations, or habits are draining your energy or diminishing your self-esteem. When you love yourself, you protect your peace by saying no to what doesn't serve you and prioritizing what nurtures your well-being. Boundaries aren't just about keeping negativity out, they're about creating space for positivity to thrive. Taking care of your body is another essential aspect of self-love. It's not about achieving a specific look or fitting into societal standards, it's about treating your body with respect and care. This means nourishing it with healthy food, staying active, getting enough rest, and listening to its needs. Your body is the vessel that carries you through life, and loving yourself means taking care of it as a priority, not as an afterthought. Self-love is also about forgiveness, letting go of the guilt and shame that weigh you down. You are human, and being human means making mistakes. Self-love means giving yourself permission to learn from those mistakes without letting them define you. It's about understanding that you are worthy of grace and allowing yourself to move forward with renewed purpose. Another key to cultivating self-love is practicing gratitude for yourself. Take time to acknowledge the qualities, talents, and accomplishments that make you unique. Celebrate your strengths, no matter how small they may seem. Gratitude shifts your focus from what you lack to what you already have, creating a sense of abundance and appreciation for who you are. Cultivating self-love also means giving yourself permission to dream and pursue the life you desire. It's about believing that you are deserving of happiness, success, and fulfillment. When you love yourself, you stop settling for less than you deserve and start striving for the goals and experiences that align with your highest potential. Self-love is a lifelong journey. It's not something you achieve once and maintain effortlessly, it's something you nurture and practice every day. Some days will be harder than others, but every step you take toward loving yourself is a step toward living a life of greater peace, joy, and authenticity. It's about committing to yourself, recognizing your worth, and honoring the beautiful, unique person you are. Elevating your standards is the catalyst for real transformation in your life. It's about redefining what you accept, what you pursue, and what you expect from yourself and the world around you. Your standards set the baseline for everything: your relationships, your career, your health, and your happiness. They determine the quality of your life because they shape the choices you make and the boundaries you enforce. When you elevate your standards, you declare to yourself and to the world that you are no longer willing to settle for mediocrity. You decide that the habits, behaviors, and environments that once felt acceptable are no longer aligned with the person you want to become. This shift doesn't happen by chance. It requires a conscious commitment to raise the bar and hold yourself accountable to a higher level of excellence. One of the most powerful ways to elevate your standards is by changing your identity. You must start to see yourself as someone who demands more from life, not out of arrogance, but out of a deep understanding of your worth. When you shift your identity, your behavior naturally follows. If you see yourself as someone who values health, you'll make choices that support that value. If you see yourself as someone who deserves respect, you'll no longer tolerate disrespectful behavior from others. Elevating your standards also means getting clear on your values and priorities. What truly matters to you? What kind of life do you want to create? When you're crystal clear on your vision, it becomes easier to align your standards with your goals. You start to see every choice as an opportunity to move closer to or further away from the life you desire. Raising your standards often requires stepping outside your comfort zone. It's not always easy to demand more from yourself or others, especially when you've grown accustomed to a certain level of comfort or predictability. But growth and progress happen when you're willing to challenge yourself, to strive for more, and to embrace the discomfort that comes with change. Another critical aspect of elevating your standards is surrounding yourself with the right people. The company you keep has a significant influence on your mindset and behavior. If you're surrounded by people who settle for less, it's easy to do the same. But when you're around individuals who push themselves to grow, who refuse to settle, and who demand the best from life, you're inspired to do the same. It's also essential to enforce your standards consistently. It's not enough to set high expectations, you have to live by them every day. This means holding yourself accountable, even when it's inconvenient or challenging. It means saying no to opportunities or relationships that don't align with your values, even when it's tempting to compromise. Consistency is what transforms your standards from an aspiration into a reality. Elevating your standards is not just about what you demand from the outside world, it's also about what you demand from yourself. It's about committing to your personal growth, showing up with integrity, and striving for excellence in everything you do. It's about refusing to let fear, doubt, or complacency dictate your choices, and instead choosing to operate from a place of strength, confidence, and self-respect. Surrounding yourself with positivity starts with the people you allow into your life. The relationships you nurture should inspire, encourage, and challenge you to become the best version of yourself. When you're surrounded by individuals who radiate optimism, kindness, and support, their energy becomes contagious. They help you see possibilities instead of limitations, solutions instead of problems, and opportunities instead of setbacks. Positive relationships fuel your confidence and push you to aim higher. On the other hand, negativity in your social circle can drain your energy and stifle your growth. Toxic relationships, those filled with criticism, envy, or drama, are like weights holding you back from reaching your full potential. Choosing positivity means setting boundaries with people who bring negativity into your life. It's not about shutting people out, it's about prioritizing your well-being and surrounding yourself with those who align with your values and aspirations. Positivity isn't limited to people, it extends to the content you consume. Every day, you're exposed to an overwhelming amount of information from social media, news outlets, and entertainment. What you choose to focus on has a direct impact on your mindset. If you're constantly absorbing negativity, fear, or pessimism, it's only a matter of time before it begins to affect your thoughts and emotions. Surrounding yourself with positivity means curating what you allow into your mind. It's about seeking out content that educates, motivates, and inspires you to grow. Surrounding yourself with positivity also means being mindful of your inner dialogue. The way you talk to yourself shapes your self-perception and influences how you respond to challenges. When your inner voice is filled with encouragement and self-compassion, you become more resilient and motivated. Positive self-talk isn't about ignoring reality or sugarcoating difficulties. It's about choosing to focus on your strengths, your progress, and the possibilities ahead. Practicing gratitude is another powerful way to infuse positivity into your life. Gratitude shifts your perspective from what's lacking to what's abundant. By regularly reflecting on the things you're thankful for, you train your mind to seek out the good in every situation. This simple practice not only boosts your mood, but also helps you build stronger relationships and approach life with a sense of abundance. Spirituality and mindfulness can also play a significant role in cultivating positivity. Practices like meditation, prayer, or simply spending time in nature help you reconnect with your inner self and find peace amid life's chaos. These moments of stillness allow you to reset, gain clarity, and approach challenges with a renewed sense of calm and focus. Surrounding yourself with positivity doesn't mean avoiding all negativity or pretending that life is perfect. It's about building resilience and equipping yourself with the tools and perspectives to navigate difficulties with grace and strength. Positivity is a choice, a commitment to create an environment that supports your growth, fuels your ambitions, and enhances your sense of well-being. It's about recognizing that you have the power to shape your surroundings and, in turn, your life. To lead with purpose is to live with intention, to steer your actions, decisions, and relationships with clarity of vision and unwavering conviction. Purpose gives direction to your life and serves as a guiding light when faced with challenges, uncertainties, and crossroads. It's the force that fuels your passion, drives your goals, and shapes the legacy you wish to leave behind. Leading with purpose is not just about achieving success, it's about aligning your actions with your deepest values and creating an impact that resonates far beyond yourself. When you lead with purpose, you are guided by a sense of meaning that transcends day-to-day tasks or immediate rewards. Purpose infuses everything you do with significance. It turns mundane activities into opportunities for growth, contribution, and self-expression. It keeps you focused on what truly matters, regardless of distractions or short-term setbacks. A life without purpose is like a ship without a rudder drifting aimlessly, pulled by external forces. But when you lead with purpose, you are the captain of your ship, steering it toward the shores of your deepest desires and most meaningful aspirations. The first step in leading with purpose is discovering your true calling. This requires introspection, taking the time to ask yourself profound questions about what you care about, what excites you, and what kind of impact you want to have on the world. Your purpose isn't something you find by looking outward, it's something that is already inside you, waiting to be uncovered. It might be related to your passions, your skills, or your desire to solve a particular problem. Regardless of what it is, your purpose is a reflection of who you are at your core. Once you have clarity on your purpose, it becomes your compass. It provides the focus and determination needed to navigate through life's challenges and setbacks. Life is rarely a straight path. Obstacles, failures, and moments of doubt are inevitable. But when you lead with purpose, these setbacks don't derail you, they become part of your journey. With a strong sense of purpose, you have the resilience to keep moving forward, knowing that each challenge is an opportunity to learn, grow, and refine your vision. Leading with purpose also means being intentional in every aspect of your life. From the decisions you make to the way you treat others, purpose should guide your actions. It's about living authentically and making choices that align with your values. For example, if your purpose is to help others, you might choose to take actions that serve your community or empower those who are struggling. If your purpose is personal growth, your daily habits might revolve around learning, health, and self-discipline. Purpose doesn't just guide your big decisions, it's embedded in the small, everyday choices that ultimately shape your path. A key aspect of leading with purpose is understanding that your actions can inspire others. Purpose-driven leaders are magnetic because they radiate authenticity and conviction. When you lead with purpose, you attract people who resonate with your vision, who are drawn to your energy and passion. These individuals are more likely to support your mission, collaborate with you, and amplify your impact. Purpose is contagious, it spreads to those around you, creating a ripple effect of positive change. Leading with purpose also requires a deep sense of responsibility. When you know your purpose, you understand that it's not just about your own success, it's about the contribution you make to the world. Your purpose gives you a platform to inspire others, to serve, and to make a difference. This responsibility should not be seen as a burden, but as a privilege. The opportunity to impact lives, uplift others, and contribute to something larger than yourself is one of the greatest gifts you can receive. To lead with purpose also means embracing a long-term perspective. Purpose provides the clarity to focus on the bigger picture, even when the path ahead is unclear. Short-term gains or momentary distractions no longer hold the same appeal, because your purpose keeps you anchored to your greater mission. It encourages patience and perseverance because you understand that meaningful change takes time and sustained effort. Leading with purpose isn't about being perfect, it's about being committed. It's about continuously refining your vision, staying true to your values, and showing up every day with the intention to live in alignment with your purpose. It's about understanding that purpose is a journey, not a destination. Each step you take toward your goals is part of a larger narrative, a narrative that is driven by your passion, your vision, and your desire to leave a lasting impact. Owning your worth is the foundation of living a life that is fulfilling, authentic, and truly aligned with your potential. It's the practice of recognizing and embracing your inherent value regardless of external validation or circumstances. When you own your worth, you stop seeking approval from others, stop measuring your value by their standards, and stop doubting your capabilities. You understand that you are inherently deserving of success, love, and respect simply because you exist. Owning your worth means stepping into your power and living with the confidence that you are enough, just as you are. To own your worth also means claiming your space in the world. Too often, women especially are taught to be humble, to shrink in the face of their own brilliance, or to diminish their successes so as not to seem boastful or arrogant. But owning your worth requires you to stand tall, to speak your truth, and to be unapologetic about your talents and achievements. You do not need to make yourself smaller to fit into someone else's expectations. Your light is meant to shine, and the world needs to see it. Finally, owning your worth is a lifelong practice. It's a commitment to continuously affirming your value even when life gets challenging. There will be moments of doubt, of setbacks, and of external pressures that may try to convince you otherwise. But owning your worth means reaffirming your belief in yourself during those moments. It means consistently showing up for yourself even when it feels easier to give up or dim your light. Ultimately, owning your worth is about stepping into your fullest potential. It's about living authentically, confidently, and unapologetically, knowing that you are worthy of all the good things life has to offer. When you own your worth, you create the life you deserve, a life filled with respect, love, success, and fulfillment. You stop waiting for permission to be great because you already know that you are.